Romanian deadlifts versus stiff leg deadlifts. That's what we're going to talk about today. Stay tuned, you don't want to miss this video. All right, let's go. Hey guys, welcome to another video from Life Cycle 360. Denise here. How's it going? Hope everybody is cool, hanging in there. I wanted to talk about deadlifts today because it's often something that people shy away from, or either they love it and they're doing it so much that they're actually becoming injured and they're not realizing it's because of their form and, you know, that's messing up their back. I myself was one of those persons who would, when I hear deadlifts, I don't want no part of that, because all I think about with deadlifts is people messing up their back. But the problem is not the fact that people just messing up the back, it's the fact that we're not sure what to look for with the common faults or common mistakes that are being done with the different deadlifts out there. Don't forget to subscribe because you guys are keeping me doing what I'm doing. So hit that notification button while you're at it. I'm going to focus today on the stiff-legged deadlift, more focus on the hamstrings. And I'm also going to show you what the Romanian deadlift, what's the difference with that, which is another one that is going to pay more, majority of the workout is going to be onto those hamstrings, kind of just hamstrings. But yeah, the glutes as well. We're also looking at the spinae recti, we're looking at the lats. It's a full, nice compound movement, but the attention is going to be on those hammies. All right, so let's go. All right, guys, so when doing it's going to be a hip hinge movement where we are going to be hinging at the hips, not a squat. We're not going down, right? So we're going to be hinging at the hip. One of the things we want to pay attention to when we're doing that hip hinge is keeping that neutral spine, which is that flat back, and also engaging the lats while you are going forward. Core as well, and a lot of the muscles along the spine. So your hinging supposed to be looking, should be looking like this. Good. We know how to do our hinge. Now we want to add some weight to that, and we want to create that deadlift that you would be able to now strengthen those muscles in that posterior chain. The stiff leg deadlifts, as I was saying before, we're going to focus on the hamstrings. And the difference that happens with the stiff-legged is the knees, when we are doing our movement, the knees are going to be remaining pretty much straight as possible. So you're going to be having this movement where we're going straight down, and the weight is not going to be close to you. It's going to be a little way out. Engage the lats, flat back, straight down, and as far as you can, and then raise back up. That's going to be a stiff leg deadlift. With a conventional deadlift movement, the only thing is we are not going to, we're going to bend the knees slightly, just as if it was a conventional deadlift, but we're also not going to let the bar or the dumbbells or the kettlebell, whatever you have, it's not going to reach the ground. We're not going to have like where it's coming to a stop. So your Romanian deadlift should be slight bend on the knees, same application for getting that back and lats engaged. And from here we're going to hinge, slight bend, go down, and we're going to come back up again. So the difference pretty much is going to be your knees, the width of your stance, and also when you are doing each one, how close you're going to be having that weight with each movement. So with the stiff deadlift, you're going to have the weight out a little bit, and with the Romanian, you're going to have it just as if you were doing a normal conventional deadlift and bending the knees. So what are some of the common mistakes that you'll find when you're doing the stiff-legged deadlift? So let's add some weight to it. I have my little kettlebell here, I'll go get it. So I want to do a stiff-legged deadlift, and my feet are going to be a little closer together, right? Just look at it from the side. And what we were talking about before is we are going to have the knees straight, nice neutral spine, round, push back the shoulders, and I'm going down. The common fault comes here with the arms going down and the lats are not engaged. And it can also be here where the pelvis tucks in to get the knees, for it to reach past the knees. You know, check that again, right? So common faults are going to be rounded back and pushing in the pelvis. That's what you don't want to do. That's for the stiff-legged deadlift. For the Romanian deadlift, it's going to be the same points where we would be using for the conventional deadlifts. We're going to have those same points to remember, and the common mistakes are going to be applicable just as with the conventional deadlift. Common mistakes for that is going to be the rounded spine, not engaging the lats, and also bending the knees too much. So it's going to look like this. My stance is going to be a little bigger, right? And screw my feet in to the ground. And what you'll notice with the common mistakes is that persons don't engage the lats, so, and then the weight's probably really too heavy for them. So they find that it's where it's rounding, and it ends up being a squat with the rounding. So, because remember, with the Romanian deadlift, you're not dropping it onto the floor as you would with a barbell conventional deadlift. Right, so this is the common mistakes here. Bend, and it going into a squat, and then you come back up. What you want to do, Romanian, bend, up. Try to keep the weight closer to the shin as you would if you were doing the stiff-legged deadlift. All right, those are the common mistakes, so don't make it common with you, okay?